Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nightmare Collective. I'm Chris. Thanks for stopping by and watching my 4K review for The Haunting of Julia. So we get this release from Scream Factory. This is a new 4K scan from the camera negative. All right, so there's the slipcover. And then inside, so everywhere else in the world, this is known as Full Circle. Here in America, it was The Haunting of Julia. So you do get the original artwork inside. It is reversible, so if you don't want that, you can reverse it and put the original. But when we do have films that have like multiple titles in other regions, I like to kind of have, you know, the slipcover be what it is here, and then inside I like to have the original artwork. I just think it's cool to kind of put it like that. Let's get into this. So it is a new camera negative scan into 4K. It looks really good. All the grain is intact. It looks as it was intended. I've seen this movie once before. It was a long time ago, and it was like a DVD copy of it. So I really enjoy this movie. It is based on a book by Peter Straub, who I'm a huge fan of, as well as Stephen King. So I kind of like their work. So it was an interesting kind of adaptation to a film. Dolby Vision is great in all. The HDR doesn't do a ton here, but Dolby Vision is kind of adjusting some scenes to make them brighter, but the movie just isn't like punchy. It is very old. It's just not a punchy movie overall. So the HDR does a little bit, but I wouldn't say it's like transformative, other than in like the black areas where it does darken those scenes and make those scenes look a little bit better, as opposed to being just washed out in gray. But we do get a DTS 2.0 stereo release from this, so there isn't an HD like full surround sound mix from this, but overall, I mean, the film was shot like that, and I like having the 2.0 stereo mix as opposed to just like forcing it into like a full mix. I don't always enjoy that. Sometimes I like them to do kind of a surround mix, but for a film like this, which is very static, you know, and it doesn't have that many locations, and most of the movie takes place in a house, I prefer this overall, and I think it sounds really good, and it kind of does add to this atmosphere of even it just being stereo. It sounds cool. I like older movies that sometimes just have the stereo. You know, Texas Chainsaw is another one of those that they released it with the original like mono stereo, and I really like that stuff, and so it does add if you really like that style of audio. So for this movie, I think it works. It doesn't work for every movie. Sometimes I do, again, like them to go back and remix something, but I don't want them to just add it supplementally for no reason. So here it does work well for what we got. And let's get into the movie itself. I think this movie's pretty cool. So it's about a woman named Julia, and one morning they're shocked their daughter, Kate, is choking, and they perform a tracheotomy on her to try to do that. It causes her death. Julia goes to the hospital to kind of recover from the trauma. When she is able to go home, she decides instead to buy a home in London to kind of live on her own, and that is when she believes that she is being haunted by a little girl in this house. So you kind of are wondering, is she losing her mind, or is she actually being haunted? That is kind of the crux of the movie, and overall I think it's a really atmospheric and creepy movie. I wouldn't say it's scary. It was made in '77, so I wouldn't say it's like overall scary, but it does have a cool atmosphere, and I definitely recommend that you pick it up and watch it. So let's get into the special features finally that they do have on here. So we have a new audio commentary with Richard Loncraine and Simon Fitzjohn. We have a new location tour with Simon Fitzjohn. Coming full circle, actor Tom Conti recalls his humble horror beginnings. The fear of growing up, actor Samantha Gates on her childhood chills, and a haunting retrospective. So that's all the special features that are on the disc. Overall, this is a solid release to wrap up April from Scream Factory. So far, they've been doing a pretty good job this year of releasing stuff that I like overall. This is probably it for a while. I know we're getting Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs in May, so I'm looking forward to getting that and covering that. And hopefully soon I'll get my Second Sight Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I ordered it from Second Sight, so I got to go through Royal Mail. But anyway, that's all I've got. Let me know down below, are you going to be picking up The Haunting of Julia? Have you ever heard of The Haunting of Julia? If you haven't, I definitely recommend checking it out and letting me know what you think down below. But like the video, it does help a ton, kind of spread this stuff out, and subscribe if you like 4K reviews, movie reviews, and specific, sometimes curated content that I do on the channel. So I'm going to link some videos for you now so you can continue on the channel. I'm going to link my House of a Thousand Corpses Blu-ray unboxing. I got the Steelbook and the big box set, so you can check that out if you want to do that. And then I will link my Pope's Exorcist review, which is my most current review that I did on the channel. So either way you want to go, fine by me. Leave me a comment down below, and I'll talk to you guys later.